Let's go. Welcome to the show. It's Project Open Mic. Let's get the show off right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here with me, cause it's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. Let's get a topic straight. Let's get things good. Let's do everything that we should. It's Project Open Mic. Let's get the show off right. Let's open our minds and take out our style. Let's see what's going on in the world tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's get the show off right. It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's get the show off right. It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project Open Mic.
All right, guys, what's going on? This is your boy Tig again, right here for another episode of Project Open Mic. Sorry I'm a little late because of some nonsense, but I'll bring up the screen. So, hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's having a good night. We have some topics to talk about tonight, but I want to address a little something right now. So, apologize for being a little late because for some reason, without even telling me, but Facebook has become really a pain in the butt. They tell that the last Project Open Mic I did, they said because they blocked the video and blocked me from transmitting through there unless I got to go straight to their program because I have one central program that goes through everything. So Tempo FM and YouTube still there, thank you, but they have they blocked it because they said I said the vid is that we gotta because the vid was from a certain country that's Asian, and they blocked it. They say, "Oh, it was non-man-made, and you can't say that." I'm like, now I see why you can. If with stuff like this happening, and Facebook always, they always say, "Oh, we're gonna go for diversity. We want different colors. We want a black, Asian." You don't. You really don't. You want. You don't want. You want different skin. You just don't want diversity of thinking. So I apologize for the lateness, but that kind of like not surprising. So now I've seen other people who have their chance have been stricken, has lost some of their powers and stuff because of that. And again, I like how they say they have a unbiased. And yeah, right. I've been looking into the stuff already. Facebook, sorry, I've seen it. The people that Zuckerberg hired were the people who are the moderators for Facebook are hired by Zuckerberg. So yeah, that's a conflict of interest in my book, but funny how that works. You know how they're just full of it. So I'm not gonna be. We'll see how that works out. All right. So it's just its own thing. Well, anyway, the show must go on. So that's why again I'm gonna be working hard to put different links to different like the library or BitChute. So I'll try that out. And so go put video there. And of course, when I get my website back up, so I don't gotta be bottle capped by the social media because it's kind of weird that they do that. They want you in a bubble, and that's why when I see in the last couple of times I've been talking on Facebook, like I haven't just been posting the videos because of the context of what I'm saying. I don't post words or anything no more because of what's going on with what's going on. If you've been watching my channel, you could go and see. I always prove as much stuff as I can, and I always tell anybody, if you don't, if you keep and go and search, right? Go out and search these things that I bring up. So it's just funny to see that, but I'm not surprised. Really, I'm not. So I'm gonna work on the. I have projects coming up next week, so I'll try to see if we can find me some BitChute and other stuff, places where I could put videos, library and stuff, to so you guys could go check it out in case anything. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing a good night on Tempo and on YouTube. With that stated, let's talk about tonight's show. So, and I know for sure one of the topics I was going to bring up, I can't, it would have been blocked off Facebook anyway, because it's funny how, you know, everybody's now, CDC can't want to study. And I don't want to get on YouTube's bad grace right now until I can figure out, until I get to Library and BitChute, of course. But CDC has been talking about some stuff that came out, prove something that was correct, but for some reason they want to keep the narrative like that. I don't get it. I have a problem against that. I really do. But I don't know. I'll see if I'll touch on that topic or not, depending on how I feel tonight. So with that stating, let's go to let's go to tonight's show and talk about some stuff. So last week was the RNC. The week before was the DNC. Now, like I said, it's weird that they want to keep in a bubble. I watch the RNC and DNC. Not really. I'll be honest with anybody. I don't normally typically watch them. I really don't. I really don't. I didn't watch them in 2016. Really, I did watch it in 2008 when Barack Obama was nominated. 2012, no, because I figured out what was going on. I was like, they couldn't RNC with Mitt Romney. Heck no. And again, did not vote for Hillary nor Trump, so those two was just not off-putting to me in a way. So I just did not join that party. But there are some things that we need to talk about. So let me get this right. Let me get to the right spot. So like I said, I watched both of them and saw some. Watch both of them and saw and see what each talks about and or bring up. Now, I watched the DNC, saw what Biden, President Joe Biden, Kamala Harris says to a degree. Again, I'm happy celebrities are gaining less power because they just follow the things and don't they just say nonsense. Next thing was gonna be, so Joe Biden's like, as you saw when we did the thing with Cardi B and everything, free colleges, free college, free. I still don't understand when he says I'm going to get the rules so minorities get houses. Again, I don't get that. There's that I've seen. Again, if anybody knows, please put it in the comment section. And tell me what I'm missing, because I'm a black guy and I worked hard, save my money, do the right things, and this is my third house. So it's like, what did I do different from everybody else? I know family members who have houses. I know other people who have houses in America. So who's stopping black owned people from getting houses? They got black owned businesses and jobs and entrepreneur. Oprah is worth billions of dollars. A lot of black people are rich. So what? I don't get it. I don't understand that. But he said that he's gonna do that. He's gonna put us back in the climate, in that Paris climate, which means nothing, because it's just a resolution of papers that don't mean not a thing. France don't go around and check everybody's stuff, because the biggest polluters again is China and India. Don't want to call them out on that for some weird reason. Again, even when we had Greta Thunberg, when you get to that point of when you ask her, she's in America. Okay, America, good. Let's do stuff. What about? But she never brings up the other countries that are bigger polluters than us. they do way more than us, but I don't get that part. So that doesn't make the way it is to me. And I would love to see the magic bullet that bad phrase of word. I would love to see the magic potion that Kamala and Joe Biden has to stop the crazy riots that's going on right now in most of these Democratic owned states, which is cities and states. I'm just telling the fact, telling the truth. Most of these states are run by the Democrats, so or cities are run by Democrats as well. So where they have all these rioting. So can we talk about that? We already know what you did, Kamala, in San Francisco and as California DA. That's one of the things I have a big knock against you. But you know, I would love to see the magic. Like I said, the magic potion they got. Most of the stuff I saw was free, free, free. You can't do nothing if you're black. You can't do that if you're Hispanic. It's like, wow. I'm like, the whole victimhood thing is something I never understand and I'm not down with at all. So, what can I say about that? So I said, okay, all right, that's the Democrats. Let's go to the RNC. Now they have people there, and some of the stuff was, let's put it this way, I did it a little better than the DNC, in my opinion. Again, check both of them out. Watch both of them and see what you see. Everybody, like I said, this is just my opinion of saying this stuff. But I wanted to go through and see because they have we call it to see the President Trump's his agenda, what he's going to do if he gets a second term. So I wanted to see what his term is. He laid it out, and I'm gonna go through most of the list and see and just call that it is. And the next thing we're gonna do is look at, because there is another candidate, and we're gonna take a look at that candidate. It's not just Trump and Biden. So let's see here. So let me see. All right, let's see what we're gonna have for what his setup. Create 10 million jobs in 10 months. That'd be cool if you could do that. I don't think he can. Create 1 million new small businesses. Well, 35% of small businesses will never reopen because of the shutdown. But let's see what happens, because the economy is right now. The economy is really fractured. Some people, like I was talking to a friend of mine today, and he does electrician and AC and everything. He's got a lot of work. Those who are deemed how should I say? Those who are deemed essential. Sorry. Those who are deemed essential, basically, in most cases, they are getting a lot of jobs boosted more than it is. And those who are not staying home and got to do certain things, and because they're getting a certain check and everything, they gain stuff done in a certain way. So it's weird that we got those that hurt, and then we have those who are essentials, and they gain like work out of the craziness, just out of the yin yang. So hey, it's a weird economy how it's get right now. I am basically against people who can't get fired to tell me how to live my life. Really don't like that. That's why I'm a libertarian. But I digress, and I let it be what it is. So let's go with let me see. Tax cut to boot home pay and keep jobs in America. I'm not against that. We've seen what I have done. Direct fair trade deals to protect American jobs needs to be happening, because NAFTA and all NAFTA and the union trade deal and everything was horrible horrible. I don't get that. Made in America tax cut makes sense. You incentivize people to, again, it's weird how it is. You incentivize people to do good, and then you tax so people don't do that. That makes sense. Expand opportunity zones. I've seen what the opportunity zone has done so far in some of these cities. So hey, we'll see where it keeps on going. I do have And I give a fair critic, a person I listen to has a fair critic saying because of gentrification, and I see where he was coming from, saying that there'll be more gentrification and we're putting people out, and I get that. If it's straight up like the places where the gentrification is happening and it's like normal place, everything is a little crowded, but whatever, I could get that. But the problem I'm seeing is I've experienced it, I've seen it. I've been to these neighborhoods where they do. I see when the before and after, and and then in the before, it's not good. I don't understand why some people don't want to clean up behind. Like, I've gone behind people's houses. They have their dogs back there. Okay, cool. But their dogs, they have like diapers and condoms and needles and just stuff hanging there. They have old TVs thrown in the backyard. I'm like, that's not helping your neighborhood. If you guys come together and just clean everybody's yard, that's gonna be all great. Like I said, as poor as I was I think even we had a dog, but you know what? We used to take a coconut branch and sweep the dog's poo away, and like we used to do that. So it's kind of weird that to see people not do that. And again, it's look what's going on right now with the riots. That you cannot that these people are destroying stores and stuff, and you see a lot. I've done videos about how all these companies and stores are basically leaving that city, nevertheless the state. They're not going. They're leaving those states because they're they're not getting protected. Because let's roll it down to the simple basics. If simple basics, people are saying that the police, the police are killing um, minorities to whatever degree what it is. But I'll say let's get the basics. Say that's what's happening. Why are you destroying Target? Target ain't got nothing to do with that person gets destroyed. Take agreements to the police, take agreements to the governor. Why are you destroying the mom and pops who are also minority? And again, a lot of the people who destroy these things for Black Lives Matter are white people that come from other states to destroy other people's cities. Not a fan of that. And I'll show you some stuff about that too. Not a fan of that. That's disgusting. But you're gonna destroy the cities, and then they're the first people to say they don't want to build around my neighborhood because you're destroying your neighborhood. Or people, you let these people come and destroy your neighborhood. Again, there's videos in New York and Chicago where people like trying to fight these guys to get out of the neighborhood because we don't want you destroying our stuff. Heck, I got a clip about it. I'll play for you too. Then you have made it. So we got that. Let me see. Continue agenda to energy independence. Well, again, I hope for that on both sides. But again, look, I'm looking at California, how they didn't have a contingency plan in case the sun doesn't shine all the time, or when the wind stop blowing. Because here's the thing, here's the funny part: California has a lot of wind farms. They got rid of a lot of they got rid of their nuke. Funny enough, France just opened up a new nuclear plant. So did the UAE. I'm not saying I'm for it. I'm just saying let's call the spade a spade and stop playing this nonsense. Just ridiculous. But they got a lot of their coal plants. Okay, you got rid of a lot of your nuclear plants. Okay, so basically you're going out. Here's the problem though, they don't have enough of a reserve in case natural disasters, fires like we have right now. And it's sad that PG&E Governor Gavin Newsom, please, they still have not cleaned the shrubbery from the power lines. That's where half of the fires come from. There's some that caused by people. There's some that's caused by nature. But also, majority is the people. They don't clean the shrubbery, so the shrub lean up against the damn high wires. Bam! Fire starts. According to how dry around this season is. Let's find out see how that goes. Last year, everybody was BSing about the Brazilian rainforest. Anybody talking about the Brazilian rainforest now? Remember? Oh, on Amazon, blah 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 blah. Even though I debunked that again last year when with New York Times, they showed this is the worst it has been. No, according to your own charts, it was worse in 2012. But again, I just calls it as I sees it. So that's how you do it. Okay. So let's see what let's see if Australia get crazy this year as well too. Even though some of the fires in Australia was arson, but the problem I have, like I said, with the problem with California is this: when the if if the wind is not blowing, you don't have power. Makes sense. If the wind is blowing, you can't go over a certain amount. So right now, the power grid is between 10 miles. You need a certain amount of miles to generate the power you need, 10 miles, and 35. God forbid if there's like a hurricane, because California's on the coast, you get hit by a hurricane, or crazy El Nino storm year. You got to shut down. They have to shut down the turbines. And funny enough, when they produce a lot of solar power. The problem with California is they don't have no backup energy to store it, to back it up, and they literally sell their power to other states, which is where you would think the states should buy it from them, but they sell them. So you have extra. So it's like me saying I have extra water, and I'm like, man, it's too much water here. I'm gonna sell it to you so you could just take it from me. No, how about I? That's crazy. You should buy it if something that you need. It's weird. I don't get it. We need common sense. Removal to independent energy, and I am fully for with that because I do not want energy. Like I said, it's kind of weird that you depend on other people to do your dirty work. And again, the environmentalists always kill me with that nonsense. We need electric power stuff. Have you seen how much to make those? You seen the environmental effects that those batteries cause? Electric cars the same way. You seen the environmental costs it does for those cars too? Hmm. I will do a video about that because it needs to be it needs to be taught. Develop a vaccine by the end of 2020. Good luck with that. I'm sorry, I do not. My opinion, this like I said, because of how you gotta be careful saying this on these platforms. 'Cause they're picky, but yeah, the vid is gonna be around forever. You're not getting rid of it. It's too communicable. It's too atomized in the air. You're not getting rid of it. It sucks, but it is what it is. So good luck with that. Wish you the best. Return to normal 2021. We'll see how that works. Make critical medicine supplies and healthcare workers in the United States. I totally agree with that. That needs to happen. It's kind of stupid that we literally gave our enemy the thing to hit us with. Again, it's so that makes no sense. That makes no sense. And I'm talking about when I mean in the past, I'm talking about the Bush, I'm talking about Obama, I'm talking about Clinton, I'm talking about the other Bush. Y'all gave away. Who came up with that idea? That was a stupid idea. Depend on, like I said, self dependence is what I'm cool. I'm for. Refill stockpiles to prepare for future pandemics. Good. Now I'll hope for that. And a reliance on China. Amen to that. That needs to happen. Bring back job manufacturers from China. Needs to happen. Tax credit for companies that bring jobs from China. That needs to happen. I'm with that. Allow the expense deductions in essential industries, pharmaceuticals, or robotics to bring back the manufacturers to the United States. That's good. No federal contract with companies that outsource to China. That's a half and half with me, but I get it because again, China don't care about anybody else in the world except for them. So why should we the same way? It's weird. The biggest race is on the biggest slavery right now is going to China. Nobody's talking about it. Just weird how that works. Blacks, Christians, Muslims, Buddhism, monks, the Uyghurs, all that. Yeah. Healthcare, cut prescription drug prices. That'd be good. I don't know how you could do that as the government, so we'll see how that works. Put patients and doctors back in charge of the healthcare system. I agree with that. Low healthcare insurance premiums. The only way you could do it, and, Bernie Sanders used to say, let's do like Sweden. Well, I'm with, now that I looked into the Sweden system, I say we should do it. Yes. We need more competition. The five big companies is basically an oligarchy. That's not good. Really not good. Cover all pre-existing conditions. That's fair. Protect Social Security and Medicare. Good luck with how that's going, because I don't think you could do that. Protect our veterans, provide world-class health service. So far, you've been making good on that, so I'll give you a plus on that one. Provide school choices for every child in America. Yes and no, because we have schools, we just need to clean them up and let them stop being crappy. And also go to these schools like in California stuff where it's saying, but we can't discipline a child. Okay. If the other child is being a jerk and making it harder for other students to learn, you should discipline, expel them, get them. Oh, we can't do that. Well, yeah, what do you mean you can't do that? It mostly affects Black people. And if your kid is not acting decency, I don't care what color you are. You should not disrupt the school, the class, for your problems. So it's kind of weird because my taxes go towards paying for schools. So I understand the school choice and I get it, but it's still just we need to fix the dang school systems. Teach American exceptionism. Drain the swamp. Oh, I am for that. Needs to happen. Because we're going to get to that in a little story right here, but it needs to happen. Let me see. And bureaucratic, well, I know. I wish if you could do that, that'll be a miracle. I'm if you could do that, sir, that'd be great. Expose Washington's money trail and delegate powers back to the people and states. I hope you could do that too, because all those politicians in Washington don't give a rat's butt about the normal people. Again, I'll explain later on. Drain the globalist Trump by taking international organization that hurt American citizens. Good luck with that. It's kind of hard because human beings are human beings and organization is, but hey, I get it. Defend our police. Fully fund and hire more police law enforcement. Sorry, I'm with that. Needs to happen. We need to reform the police. Make sure I did a video. Go check it out called "Police Are Not All Angels." So I'm not saying that the police do great things all the time. I said against that too, but we need to stop that nonsense. It's just ridiculous. Increase criminal penalties for assault on law officers. If it's a straight law officer assault, yeah, like the video I saw where they took a brick and hit it in the back of the police head. My God, y'all crazy. And then they going out there blinding officers. That should be a federal. That should be a felony. I mean, not a daggone misdemeanor. That should be a felony. You blinding people. Y'all sick individuals. Prosecute drive-by shooting as a act of terrorism. I would take out the direct terrorism part. That word is too strong, and I don't like it with it. But prosecute the drive-by shooting, yeah, because you could kill stray people. We've seen that happen in Atlanta and in Portland and stuff. When they just drive and shoot people, like in Chicago. Oh, look, I believe that because I remember when the Children's Hospital they came by and they shot up the Children's Hospital. What the hell are you people trying to do by doing that? Shooting up the Children's Hospital? My goodness. End cashless bail and keep dangerous criminals locked up until trial. It depends on what it is. I am because again I'm gonna show you a video on that too. But yes, if they're dangerous and violent, yeah, I'm for that. Again, I know they will hurt poor people. Hey, people always say like poor people don't do crimes and do horrible crimes, just like rich people, just like the middle class. Human beings do crazy things in all classes. Just crazy. And illegal immigration protection American workers. I'm for that. I don't think you can get all of it. You can end it, that right there, but I'm for that 100%. Block illegal immigrants from becoming eligible taxpayer funded welfare, healthcare, and free college tuition. Again, yeah, down with that. Mandatory deportation of non-citizen gang members. No. I've changed my mind on that. No damn mandatory. Put them in jail and let them stay in jail for life. You want to become American citizens and kill people? Stick your butt in the damn jail for life. Again, go back to my past video where I talk about what happened to one of my friend, and I play the story of what happened to her and her family. And also it happened to my family as I lost a family member to illegal to illegals as well. And again, I know another friend who got raped by illegal. Funny how that is. Not all illegals are bad. I know that. That's the whole point. There's no absolutely nothing. But hey, try your best to become a citizen, and I have no problem. I know a couple of people who are illegal who fought and became citizens and done very well for themselves. Seriously, how that works out. Majority, it's funny enough. A lot of here's the thing. A lot of Cubans who float and try to come over to America. One of the things they have one of the highest rates of illegals changing over to citizens. So they at least understand I need to become a citizen. So why is that a problem? Mm. Dismantle the human trafficking. I'm down for that 100% because again, that's what a lot of people don't know about. They have human. It's not really human. It's basically sex slaves and stuff like that. It's a horrible thing that's going on, but nobody wants to really talk about that nonsense. It is, and a lot of illegals do that. Also, a lot of the kids, people are like, oh, they separated kids. Yeah, because most of the kids are not the parents' biological children. They're not. I will find a CNN video. We will go through that video. That was crazy. That video that CNN did a couple years ago. That was disgusting. But yeah, the coyotes find kids. They give them to people so they can say, "Oh well, this is my child." Whatever. When the DNA comes back, 60% of the people who get tested with the kids, they're not their kids. That's why they separate them. We don't know who this person is walking with a kid. Could be a kid. Heck, could be the coyote. Could be a sex trafficker. Could be a molester, pedophile. We don't know. So yeah, we gotta separate the kid if they're not the biological parent. Simple sense. Let's see. And saturated city and restore neighborhoods to protect the families. I'm with that for sure. Because again, my friends' family members would be alive today if that wasn't the case. That Kamala Harris did push the sanctuary cities in California that my friend lost her husband and two kids. But yeah, I'm with that. Require new immigrants to be able to support themselves financially. That was the whole goal in the first place from the 1980s up to 1980s up. But for some reason that law they disregard that law. When you come to Staten Island, you have to be sure that you were disease free and you can support yourself. That you won't live on the dole. The Italians, the Germans, the Irish, they did that. Should be I'm just saying it should be that like that. Innovate for the future. Okay, let's see. Launch Space Force establish permanent man presence on the moon and extend mission. I'm not ready for that. Not gonna lie with anybody. I'm not. That's something I'm not for. We could use our money for way more better things than that. Built the world's giant greatest infrastructure. Knowing Trump, he had this the world's greatest. So good luck with that. Win the race to establish a national high speed wireless internet. And it's pretty fast right now with the 5G and everything. And yes, let's get somebody local to build that. Not China where they could take our money and steal everything from us. I don't like that either. Continue to lead the world, access to clean drinking water and cleanliness. That's good. I'm for that. Panel for the other nations to clean up the planet, oceans. Yeah, again, because nobody else keep again the biggest polluter of plastic and stuff is between China, India. Then goes to certain countries in Africa. They do that. Nobody calls it out. Nobody calls it for what it is. Stop the endless war to bring our troops home, which he has done some of it, some of that already. So I'm cool with that. I am with that too. Not unlike other people. Oh, well, you should never fire rockets against Syria. Again, President Obama said if you use a chemical gas, we're gonna do stuff bad to you, Syria. They did. He made the proverbial line in the sand, and Syria walked right up to the line in the sand and like, nah, we don't like this line, and didn't do nothing. And after that, after you talk that talk and you did nothing, ISIS became more stronger, and they started dropping bottles and doing horrible stuff to people chemically. So when President Trump became in office and they did the first gassing, he sent the missiles over. Oh yeah, wait. Oh, nobody has been messing with that point. So again, that's a good thing. Again, I don't understand. You have to, as Teddy Roosevelt said, speak softly but walk with a big stick. Now Trump does not speak softly. We know that, but I'm just saying the same. Maintain and expand America's military strength. Yep. Wipe out the global terrorists who threaten to harm Americans. Good luck with that. You ain't people. There are always going to be people who want to just kill anybody no matter what. And build a great cybersecurity defense and missile defense. That I agree with. We need to be doing that. Okay, so that's the president's shot. But like I said, there is a third candidate. So I just want to play because I am a libertarian. So I want to play the libertarian candidate. Let's see what she has to say, and it's a she. So hey, and I've said before, people say, "Oh, you will vote for a thing." Yeah, I will gladly vote for a female. Heck, if Margaret Thatcher was alive today and she's what she was, and I had a vote, she would get my vote instantly, because the Iron Lady was not playing around, and I like her policies. So I would have been voting. She's a female. I'd have been voting for her without no issues, no problems at all. So let's see here. What else we got? I want to bring up. So let's, like I said, yeah, let's go to our libertarian candidate and let's play our libertarian candidate and see what she has to say. Since a lot of people, since everybody else ain't gonna talk about her.
Media talk endlessly about the presidential candidates.
Biden, Donald Trump.
But they leave one out.
We need to give people a real choice, and what they have now is not a real choice.
This is Libertarian candidate Jo Jorgensen.
You can spend your money better than the politicians and special interests.
Because she says smart things like that, we interviewed her.
What?
And she's 100% correct.
What's a libertarian?
A libertarian is somebody on your side, not on the side of special interests.
All the politicians say that.
Thank you. What really? He asked a simple question and that's what you answer with, Nate Joe? Jeez. Really? Thank you, Stossel.
Actually, they think Washington can do a better job. We saw how they shut down the country.
Yes.
Shutting down the country might be appropriate in a time of a pandemic.
No, it ain't.
Young people could be out there and really have no more risk than having the flu. So is it right for the government to take away tens of millions of jobs? And I say no.
If government
I agree with her.
back, she says the private sector would lead the way.
Funny that you use Walmart as an example.
Walmart says, if you want to shop in our store, if you want to work in our store, you have to wear a mask. So it shows that, yes, we can be adults without the government telling us we need to be adults.
And I agree with that part right there. So that's pretty good. Again, I know I'm not going to get 100% for my candidate, like a Trump or Biden or whatever. I'm not going to get 100%. I understand that. So the thing I said about the Walmart, she gave that reason, okay? But it's funny how the corporations are getting more and more money. Their stocks went up, their performance went up because they shut down small businesses, which is the backbone of the country, and that's the part that killed me. So the small businesses should not open up. If you have a mom and pop shop or you have a little local grocery store, whatever, that's shut down. But you got to drive miles to the big box store so you could get your. So yeah, it's just that part I don't like at all either. That's disgusting. The government should not be choosing that regard. That's why when President Trump did the whole thing with Goodyear, I was against that, 100% against that. I don't like that. You do not boycott. Okay, what Goodyear did was messed up, but you don't. You, as a president, you should not say boycott that. Okay, so I was against the president for saying that. That's just not a right thing to say, sir.
But lots of people say
this is an absurd political philosophy.
What I think is crazy is spending a lot more than you take in.
That is true.
What I think is crazy is having troops in the Middle East, which makes us more at risk, just like we saw with 9/11.
They were going to attack no matter what, lady. I'm sorry. People, I was thinking like, oh, we went over there. There's a lot of places we went over. Go to a lot of the wars in South America. A lot of people went over places, but they came and they still want to take over land. It's human nature.
And what I think is crazy is actually having taxpayers pay for the defense of Germany and France.
I am 100% agree with you on that, ma'am.
I want to turn America into one giant Switzerland, armed and neutral.
We're going to build a wall.
Jorgensen opposes Trump's immigration restrictions.
You would let anybody who wants to come?
Pretty much, that's what we did before the 1920s. And
But now
Before the 1920s, and there was a reason why. You think about it, but
some people want to murder us.
the risk of somebody crossing the border and doing damage and killing us is less than the risk of being struck by lightning.
A sea of
I like how she says that. It's a problem with what you said. If people know it is an open border and they can walk through, you basically just open the floodgates, man. That's the problem. And there's a lot of people who says that to America. So and they don't have to, and trust me, they don't have to be Muslims. Some of them are Russians. Some of them are Chinese. You want that? That's crazy, in my opinion. And how you think that's going to work? And yes, it's less. Yeah, again, my cousin passed away. A couple of people I know who got killed by illegal immigrants, whatever. But again, it's so stupid. We are in a point right now where we have a pandemic, as everybody's arguing about. They could just walk over with the disease. If people did not know back in the day when you had courtyards of kings, when you had the Black Plague, people used to give Black Plague to bodies and fling them over the wall. Because if you go pick up the thing, you'd have died too. So that's just that right there. No, it's stupid.
of migrants heading north.
That's
There
stupid.
are billions of poor people. Travel is easier now than it was in the 1920s. Some people want to come here to freeload.
That's just not what the numbers are showing. Many of these federal programs need a 5-year waiting list.
Federal programs, which get subtake by the daggone state programs. Go look at California. See how that worked out. New Mexico, same thing. Go look at that. Let's see how that worked out. If you're illegal, whatever, they give you. In most cases in California, they give you priority over citizens.
And if you look at the people who have the initiative to come over here, they typically have the initiative to work.
Yeah, regular people like me and other immigrants does, not illegals to a degree. And those who are illegals, like I stated before, who want to become citizens because they're escaping something horrible, I have no problem to help them out. Technically speaking, I have an idea how. I'm not saying negative because I have a solution to that, which I'll talk about in another, like when I get these certain videos in the way I want it. But yeah, there's a solution to it.
Trump versus Biden.
This is one of the elections where there's really a difference between the two parties.
No, yes, they are.
People say a vote for the Libertarian is a wasted vote.
Now, I don't think that. Like I said, listen to me. I don't tell people who you vote for, who you want to vote for. Okay, just say it. I always said that. I don't tell people who to vote for. I could tell you what, because I could figure out a person can change. A person can change. But if you give me facts to say we're voting for 1 + 1 = 2, and you telling me 1 + 1 = 15, I'm gonna tell you what about that one. But a person is different. You choose who you want to choose.
I would suggest that these two are more alike than in any previous election. Two old
No.
rich white guys.
Yeah, one who's been in government for 47 years and one who became a billionaire in the private sector. What? They're not the same. And people are like, oh, well, his dad gave him $1 million and he paid his dad back with interest. And how many people could take money and turn it into $1 billion? Not a lot of people. Again, Pew Research showed 97% of people within 7 years who won the lotto back being broke. Back being broke because it's a mindset.
Who both want to make decisions for us, who both want to spend our money.
But Trump voters point out that he
Massively reduced job-crushing regulations.
He kept the courts sane. If you take votes away from Trump, you could lose that.
Decency.
Biden voters say we need to get this clown out of office.
I would say we need to get both clowns away from the presidency.
With that message, she's built some grassroots support.
Attendees span from old, young, and minority voters.
She will make this more of a free country that it's supposed to be.
The old parties have tried to keep us down, but not this time.
Actually, probably this time,
too. Hey, thank you, because some of your plans have been which we're gonna get into. You'll see this right here. Holy smokes!
Previous libertarian candidates.
What say, America? You in?
Again, I'm libertarian because of what it is. It sucks. I'm not even gonna deny it. I'm basically trying to get away from Democrats and Republicans. I was never a Republican. I was a Democrat. I was a Democrat by not paying attention when I first came to America in 2000. And once I saw seeing what the hell's going on, I said, oh, hell no. You ain't, I'm sorry, you ain't gonna keep me on that plantation. I'm out.
Got less than 4% of the vote.
We need to get to that. Yeah, we need to get to that 4% so they could get that daggone the federal injection into the thing. Now, yes, I voted for Gary Johnson. He made a couple mistakes, and he was not super ready to. I mean, I wish he had the mindset to how to figure how to do certain things. He didn't get it. But I could. But I could not vote for Hillary or Trump at the time, and I dang sure couldn't vote for Biden or I'm not Biden, Obama or Mitt Romney.
But Jorgensen's campaign is also about building a movement.
We're out here today to let people know that there's another candidate that they can vote for.
Why does America need another candidate? Well, Jorgensen's clear about how libertarians are different.
Okay, a libertarian candidate, not the party, because she thinks crazy stuff. So there we go.
Here's a quick look at some of her points.
All drugs should be legal for adults?
All drugs.
All drugs is legal for adults. I'm against that. A lot of people are like, oh, you should. No. The weed thing, I don't care. If you smoke weed and then you want to, don't show up to work high. That's the freaking problem. Just like with alcohol, don't show up to work drunk. If you show up to work drunk and you show up to work high, no, I should be able to fire your butt. Really should. Hardcore drugs, meth, that stuff, that's destructive. And if they want to do that, okay. But if they want to do those drugs, all right, let it be legal. But I do not want my taxpayers to bail their butts out. Sorry. People know what meth does, and amphetamine and all these other crazy drugs they're creating right now. You should know. How about don't do those crazy drugs? But I should pay my taxpayer money because I should get punished because I didn't do none of the stuff, and I should pay for you to clean yourself up if you want to get clean because it's a choice. No, I don't like that. I'm against that. I'm against that because for that second reason I just stated.
We have a massive trade deficit with everybody.
This is such a tired old argument. I
Really?
have a trade deficit with my gas station because I buy gas from them and they buy nothing from me.
Really, ma'am? No, you buy gas from you. You give them money, they give you gas. What kind of nonsense? What kind of holy crap? That's nonsensical. You buy a product, ma'am. That's how it works. What the hell was that? No, you don't buy. You don't. Oh my God, that's a stupid explanation. That's a stupid explanation. You buy gas. They give you give them money. They give you gas. That's the trade deal, ma'am. Freaking hell.
It doesn't matter what one country is.
Joe Biden says it's within our grasp to end gun violence.
I would suggest that we limit gun violence by allowing peaceful citizens to arm themselves.
I'm with you on that.
$15 minimum wage. Biden says it's just a start.
Yeah, it's just a start to minorities not being able to get a rung on the ladder to successful employment.
And again, of course, with that, most people will keep on forgetting. Oh, yes. So you're telling me you get $15? Don't. I get 15 minimum wage. I got a question. Don't. That's not a living wage. A minimum wage never was living wage. And if you want to, I don't know, make better choices, make better choices. Because if you get $15, it's gonna be inflation, and then you're gonna be in the same spot no matter what. I will go further and further into detail in that, but since we're gonna rapid fire through these, as we doing right now.
An existential threat to the health of our planet.
And we have to deal with it.
The free market is the best way. Wherever there's big government, there's more pollution.
That is true. She's correct.
We've got this enormous federal debt now. What would you do?
If you're digging yourself into a hole, stop digging. We need to stop spending increasing amounts of money on programs. Now we've got Washington in everything we do, and it's just causing more problems.
I am with her, and that one's good. So there you go. You see Echo go against some stuff as she says, and I can agree with some stuff she says. One of the bigger thing that I can't get behind are the whole you have to be anti-racist, which is a stupid thing. It's racist. What the hell is that? That don't make no sense. You need to be anti-racist. What is that? That is nothing. Because when you do, it's funny when you try to be colorblind, they still say, well, you're not you're not looking out for for certain races. But I judge people because of who they are, not in the color. Well, you don't give black people a certain thing, or you don't give Asians a certain thing. What? Right now in California, they just passed a more stronger affirmative action bill, which is gonna do worse. To make no sense. It's more racist. Funny enough, because you are going to have. They're saying that so if you're Asian and you got in school, that's what I'm saying. I'm against that. If I work hard and I show that my grades is good, I should get into college. I don't want to be judged getting into college because of my skin color. So if Asians are working hard because of their culture and they want to be a doctor, whatever, Indians and Asians or Nigerian doctor, everybody, go right ahead. You work your butt off, you should get in there. But because you're not, the school should not accept you. That's stupid. I forgot another rule in California. The bill I talked about with the whole minors and everything with the, with the 10 years if you have sex with or you have sex with a 14 to 17-year-old, it passed 6-2. Oh my goodness, you people are crazy. Y'all is just sexual deviants. I don't get it. It is annoying. It is so horrible. So let's go into like what it was saying. Let's see how I want to show this because people it is really crazy. In these cities, they're releasing people. They're not. So if you're a rioter or whatever, and you get the riots, of course, you are not staying in jail. You're gonna walk free, and then because the whole vid, you are letting people out. Oh yeah, let's see. New York man charged with raping a 14-year-old girl, after his release from prison. Hey, I thought that don't happen, AOC. I thought that was to happen. Oh wait, it does. What about this? Oh, record suspect arrested at protest 1 week before deadly stabbing, killing 2 people. Should have been in jail. Wasn't in jail. Then he stabbed 2 people. Just play a little bit of it.
Local outside police. A local sheriff said, "You never asked me to do this, and no, I'm not sending in my people when you refuse to prosecute." Case in point, these 2 young people have lost their lives. So Trump has found that way. The feds will do it. The feds will take care of it. OSP, Oregon State Police, hereby deputized. I want to read a little bit of this first. And I know it's a sad story, so I'm just going to give you the general details. This is what happens when they refuse to uphold the law. This is what happens when you have morality policing, okay? When the district attorney says, our ideological allies are free to go, they end up killing people. They end up committing more crimes. This is from KOIN 6. They say, a man accused of stabbing 2 people to death in Northeast Portland in June was arrested at a protest in downtown Portland just 1 week prior. Cassie Leeton, 22, and Najav Hobbs, 39, were stabbed on June 16th near Northeast David Street. Police arrested Philip Lawrence Nelson, 39, 2 days later. He faces 2 murder charges and is being held without bail. Yeah, now they'll hold him.
That's again, and that's the point I'm talking about. 2 people, innocent people, lost their lives because of that. They weren't in the protest. They were nowhere. They were just on the street. This dude stabbed him and killed him. Again, I just showed you the other one right there. Man just got charged after he's released to prison. It's even bad because you have this. I'll see if let's see. Hope I don't think. And they did caught this guy. This guy literally just out of nowhere just hold a woman down and start dry humping a woman. I was like, what the hell is wrong with this dude? And he said he didn't do nothing wrong. He said the lady was asking for it. How despicable is that? All right? Seriously, how despicable is that? Dude just literally, you're waiting for a train, somebody come here. I know for her, that was the scariest thing in her life. And they don't care. This is broad daylight that they're doing this stuff. I showed you the video with the little girl, when all those kids came, 15 kids, and this one girl jumped and beat her up in broad daylight. In broad daylight. That's crazy. Just despicable. That's all I can tell you. That's just messed up in itself. But what can I say? A lot of people just get caught up in a lot of stuff, so they don't see that they're doing this. It's funny, like Ted Wheeler of Portland. You know, he was like, "Oh, they're not doing this peaceful protest, even though it's been 100 nights of rioting and people getting killed and shot and stuff like that." And then he didn't care, but all he cares now because they found where he lived, and and then again, he live in a condominium, which is even sucky because now they're throwing like makeshift fire things into the first floor of the condominiums. There are 114 tenants in there, and I'm like, wow, these people don't care if they keep. They already had it happen in Minnesota. A guy got in his house, got burned down. It's like they don't care, and now he's like, oh, well, I'm gonna move and whatever. And point taken, he's rich. He's the governor of Mayor of Portland. He can move. The rest of the people, they can't move. It's just you know, despicable in that regard. I don't get it. How these people get away this stuff. But they do. They literally do. Get a one-man army. Let me try to see how that works. Okay. But I have a new feature on the show that I want to share with you guys. And the feature is this. It's called Rules for Me, Not for Thee. Hopefully it went through, but if not, I'll test it out more. Again, I'm a little frustrated because of what happened. As for anybody who's joining in now, because Facebook has kind of blocked me because they said because of what I've said, which is weird again. Yeah, you're in a bubble. I see why a lot of people are not, I would say, not only ignorant, but just they don't seek out the truth. That's why I said I watch both RNC and DNC. A lot of people won't even do that. Won't even give the grace of this watching both. So to see what's going on, we have uninformed voters. That's why this is a republic democracy and not a full democracy, because of the Churchill said, which I'm with him. You do not want speak to a person, the average person, for 5 minutes. You find, yeah, we don't need democracy. Full democracy is stupid, and it is. It is. That's why the forefathers made a republic democracy, which is different, and we stand as a union in certain ways. And again, college, I am for the electoral college and all that stuff. Now, of course, there are gonna be ways people are gonna try to change that. We always seen that, and I've always seen what's gonna happen in November 3rd. So, but rules for thee, not for me. Like I said, I'll do this individual videos itself because it'll be more easier. But I want to bring up a person that is here, which is, I just want to play this for a second. Where was it? Where would it be?
Just would not accept the science that says you must test, trace, treat, you must wear your mask, you must have sanitation, you must have social distancing.
Okay, ma'am. That's what you stated, so I'm cool with that. That's what you stated. I'm cool with that, Miss Pelosi. But wait a minute. I saw something. Something don't look right. Wait a minute. I say, give me a second here. I want to do some checking out. I want to check something out.
Pause it. Rotate us 75 degrees around the vertical, please.
Huh.
Pause it. Rotate us 75 degrees around the vertical, please.
Stop. And go back to the part about the door again.
Got an image enhancer that can bitmap?
Maybe we can use the produce send method to see into the windows.
This software is state of the art.
The eigenvalue is off.
With the right combination of algorithms, he's taken illumination algorithms to the next level, and I can use them to enhance this photograph.
Lock on and enlarge the z-axis.
Enhance.
Freeze and enhance.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought you just said we should social distance, wear a mask, right? I thought that's what it's supposed to do. But that's not what happened, did it, Miss Pelosi? Why am I not surprised? Rules for thee, not for me. That's what they do. That's what they all do. That's what they all do. Nancy Pelosi, of course, went to get her hair did and said that she didn't know the rules in her own district. You are representing the district. Your nephew is the governor. Gavin Newsom is the governor of California. You already done told people distance, stay in, all the stuff. That's why I played a video clip earlier. And you didn't know the rules in your own district? Really, Queen? No, I'm not that stupid. Then she come talking about, oh, well, I was set up. Set up? You mean set up? Pelosi says hair salon should apologize for a setup visit. What are you talking about, lady? A testing Nancy Pelosi Wednesday, she says, take responsibility for trusting the word of a San Francisco hair salon that it's okay to come into the inn for a solo visit. I don't believe that one bit. And the thing that kind of annoys me most out of it too, Nancy Pelosi, you're rich. And there's some things that rich people do that I don't like. I'm not talking about rich, and not like this is what I'm talking about. You're rich. Why didn't you just tell the person to come to your house? You're in San Francisco. Why don't come to your mansion and they could do it here in your mansion? Why you couldn't do that? That makes more logical sense. But I had to go out in order to get my hair did. Oh man, y'all people's full of crap. Even though the city still does not allow indoor beauty, that's what I'm saying, indoor services because of the pandemic. But the Democratic House Speaker called a visit and said a setup, and said that the salon owner owes her apology for misrepresenting city health orders. You are the representative of the city. You are a lawmaker and you don't know your own laws? Are you kidding me? That's dangerous. I take responsibility for trusting the word. Oh, shut up. The word of I take responsibility for trusting the word of a neighborhood salon that I've been over for many years. You know there's a virus going around. You know this is going around. You stated just the signs. You need to do that. Put your mask on, all that stuff. You could have just tell that one guy to come to your house and get it done. Nobody would have been any different. Nope. But when they said we were able to accommodate people one at a time, that we were set up, who was set up at that time, please trust me, Pelosi told the reporters Wednesday. As it turns out, it was a setup. No, it was not a setup. It's kind of fraud. You thought the guy who does your hair under the bus. Wow. And people are like, oh, how is it set up and all this stuff? Okay, if ladies, tell me if I'm wrong. I've talked to people. You rent out a booth in like the barbershop too. You rent out a booth, right? In some places, they have just they just have the owner has it open up, and each booth person, because of certain things, they got a key or access, because where the places you can put in a code or punch it at a certain time, so you could go in and open up because you rented out a salon chair. So the person who showed that video was the owner, because the owner knows that she and Newsom said that they cannot open up stores. They can open up salons. Okay, you can open up salons. So to the owner's surprise, wait, I can't feed my kids and my family because you got to shut down this salons down. But you're in my salon because of one of the people who got the code to get in. You're in my salon doing that. That's what she's sharing. And I'm with her too. I would share the same thing too. She wasn't set up. Rules for thee, not for me. Nancy Pelosi's an out of touch person. Okay? I'm not going to play the audio on this one. When she's supposed to be back into, in Washington, D.C. working on the virus back in March, but she wasn't. She was on TV with Gorman sharing her ice cream collection. She has an ice cream collection. You tell me how out of touch is that? An ice cream collection. Right? She speaks for the regular people. Those two fridges you see her beside her, those are very expensive fridge. They're Sub-Zeros. They're not cheap. Each one of these is $24,000 each. So that's way more than I have. That's more than my car. That's more than the two cars I have. Crap. I guarantee that's more than the cars that most of you guys are driving. That's how crazy this is. She has an ice cream collection. You can't tell me you can't get no out of touch than that. Food that can expire is your collection. Wow. I'm telling you, man, that's just ridiculous. That is just ridiculous. I don't get that. She asking the person to apologize to her. She's out of touch. Been out of touch. She's worth over $100 million. She's been in Congress. She's been in Congress from since 1992. Like they've been there. These politicians have been there in years. They don't know nothing about their own district that they represent. They don't care. They get the money and then they stay in there. That's why I'm one thing Trump he had in his thing. I don't care if it's him or the Libertarian Party or whatever. We need term limits. We need term limits. People say, "Oh, well, that's going to change nothing." Well, it might, because I don't want a person like her or Maxine Waters, or if you want to say Republican, Mitch McConnell, or Mitch McConnell. I don't want him to be in or Mitt Romney or John McCain. I don't want him to be in office for decades, getting millions of dollars off of our taxpayer money. It needs term limits, but they could still get in the system. I know, but I'd rather that one person. I'd rather that these politicians don't stay in there for hours, don't do nothing, because they're out of touch. Maxine Waters' district is just as bad as Nancy Pelosi's district, and she don't even live in the district. She lives around her nice white people. She always said, "Well, I don't like white people," but she lives around her nice little neighborhood. Okay, and I go to the next person who did that. Remember, she said you don't go get you can't go to church. She literally brought people with guns to church. But Miss Lightfoot, nope, she went to get her hair did. Rules for thee, not for me. Funny how that works. If the man says they need to get their hair done, she need to get her hair done. Really? Really? You couldn't just toss that? Again, and you couldn't just bring somebody into your home just to do that and whatever, ma'am? Get out of here with that nonsense. On the day Mayor Lightfoot has told the world, while blacks make up 30% of the population in the city, they account for 72 deaths from the virus pandemic. But we wanted to talk about why she would get her hair did. Apparently, this seems to be a public concern, given that our mayor has been aggressive about us staying home. And in some minds, it's hypocritical. No, it's really, of course, it is hypocritical for the mayor to get a haircut when the barbershops and hair salons shut down under her stay-home order. We want to know what is it that you supposed to chant? Stay home, save lives. But I wanted to throw my shoe at the TV when the reporters questioned the mayor about her hairdo during the Monday press. Question was not only asked, but also dwell upon. I cringed as I watched the mayor defend fussing with her hair. I am a public face in the city, and it looks like someone needs city looking somewhat taken back. I am the national media, and I am put out in the public eyes. The mayor also pointed out that the woman who cut her hair wore gloves and the mask. Okay, so then the other salons could do the exact same thing too, Mayor. Right, Nancy? You didn't have your mask on and your gloves and everything as well too, Nancy. I'm practicing what I'm preaching. No, you ain't. No, the heck you ain't. But I couldn't help but wonder if she had been a white male instead of a black woman, and this is a black woman writing this, would be subject to the haircut at a time when the death was knocking on her doors. I don't know what all the talking heads advise us to stay home are doing when they're doing their braids, mustaches, and manes. I don't care. Whatever they're doing, they're not on the camera looking unkempt. While it may be not essential to get your roots done, damn, lady, you're vicious. As the mayor says in the public service announcement, it is essential for the mayor to keep herself up. Again, God don't like ugly. Ma'am, they did a bad job. You need help. Oh, my God. That's crazy. They tell you, they like how they do that. They get away with all that stuff. They're the elites. They're the bourgeoisie. It's funny that I always say about they're for the people. They're literally are the bourgeoisie. That's why I don't follow their nonsense. I don't. It's crazy. Rules for me, not for they. That's just what it is. Sorry, they don't care about as long as they get this stuff done. Just like all these funny when they say, "Oh, you know, President Trump is a billionaire. He's a rich person, whatever." Yeah, again, got his money on his own way, turned me into a billion. And funny enough, he's not taking. He's donated his pay from the presidency. He doesn't take the $400,000. He don't do it. So I wonder if Joe Biden or Kamala Harris will abide by that when they get in office. I doubt it. And then again, I've said with the whole Black Lives Matter, which is ridiculous and crazy. Again, Black Lives Matter, that organization doesn't matter. Again, it's funny how people say we're gonna give money to the organization, the same organization who are giving money to the same white supremacists. Some asses. I gotta start using the pig Latin so I don't also get bad strike from YouTube. It's crazy. Let me just play a radio clip of what's you hear the craziness that's going on in the world of we don't care for that stuff. All right, let's hear this.
Too. Chemical agents were sprayed from both sides, including pepper spray, CS gas, and bear spray. A black bishop from Milwaukee, Oregon, was caught in the face and took bear spray to the face when he was trying to counsel the groups and bring them together to discuss their differences. And a black speaker, a black woman who wanted to speak in favor of the police, was splashed with a huge amount of human urine by a white man. Black woman drowned in urine by a white guy screaming Black Lives Matter. There you have it.
Does that make any logical sense? See how crazy that is? That's my point of saying that. Holy crap. And again, that's where you're seeing that. Oh yeah, I forgot. I want to also shout out there's a video I played, and I ain't got it up right now because I got a little frustrated with what's going on, but the video I played a while back on another video where this black man was when he was on his porch. He was a district attorney for LA, I think. I could be wrong on that, so don't. But he was on, people came because he saw what the Black Lives Matter white people go up and paint and destroy. And again, like I said, look at Ted Wheeler's house. They literally throw fire debris into the apartments. So he came out with his gun and he said, "Get off my porch." And I was like, "Oh, would you shoot me?" "Yes, get off my porch. I don't know you. And you ain't got no right to be where you be. Get off my porch." Or you self-defense. Well, funny how that worked out. Now he's being prosecuted, a black man being prosecuted because white people came to his house and could have done damage. And all he says, "Get off the horse." He had a gun, yes, but he didn't brandish it to them that way, but they didn't care. And I can tell you right now, two things going to happen to that guy. One, because his wife said, "Oh, there's a misunderstanding, whatever." No. What? Wait. People came to my house at 3 o'clock in the morning. No, I don't know you. Get off my porch. He's correct. He's 100% correct. And I don't trust you should not trust nobody who just walk up on you. Because again, they literally throw fire stuff inside Ted Wheeler's apartment. Condominium, the lower floor. So they could have burned people. They have crashed. They look at Oklahoma. Look at the governor of Mayor of Seattle and the governor too. Look at Oklahoma, San Francisco. Again, Mary Lightfoot, like we just brought up, when I went to her house, starting trouble. Only then they want to say, "Oh, this is not a peaceful protest." Only then? Really? Okay. Now he's being prosecuted for having a gun, which is messed up. So yeah, it's out of two things. He's going to divorce his wife because the hell I would be. You crazy. People come to my house at 3 o'clock and you say they didn't do nothing wrong. I don't know. The only reason they didn't do nothing wrong because they know I was already armed and ready to do something. Say if I was sleeping and they throw something in the house. Huh? And is that? Oh, he's gonna not be. He was his wife is a Democrat. You're like, you know what? Nope. I'm changing. I'm gonna go to jail because of what I did, and you're not gonna back me up, sweetheart. Okay. Crazy. Oh my goodness. Again, I could have had another story to talk about on the channel, but because of what happened with Facebook, how they hit it for that is just ridiculous. Of course, we for diversity. My foot, diversity of thought is strict verboten. Diversity of skin, yeah, which makes no difference to me. I don't care. I want thought is way better than the dang skin situation, but I digress. Because again, I could have, like I said, just to show. Just for a quick second, yeah. But we don't want to talk about that now. Look, I said it again, I'll say to anybody out there, it's going to be around for us forever. Protect yourself if you have COVID disease. Protect yourself if you are 60 years or older. All right? Right now, a lot of people also are dying as they did the research of other places. Other people are dying because they're not going to the hospital to get their checkups, their procedures. There are people who got heart disease and they're like, oh, maybe it's heartburn. Not only they will go to the emergency room and check it out, but because of this, they're not. So they die from that. And they don't have it. Again, I'll state one. I think that's what that's one of the reasons I got hit because I never said nothing about that it was. I didn't say that the video was fake. It's not fake. It's a real thing. But I'm thinking because I said this, which is dying from the vid and dying with the vid are two different things. It's crazy. It's two different things. But people don't want to, people think you're stupid. I like I said, I say people are stupid. I say individuals smart. Be that smart individual. Don't let that happen. That narrative be what it is. Do your own research. Find what's going on. Protect yourself. I'm not saying that this thing can't do nothing, but it's atomized. Where it's anywhere. How are you gonna stop this thing? And again, there was another report that came out because that's the one attacking. And then a report that just came out showed, oh, wait a minute. There are other countries that are doing worse. And again, it makes no sense. I asked this question to certain countries. They say, oh, we're banning American citizens to come to our country. Are you banning China? Are you banning India? Are you banning Russia? If you ain't banning none of those three countries, you are full of crap. Literally full of crap. Because they have the biggest setup of this of the vid. So it's just ridiculous what's going on with that situation. But I'll leave it as is. I don't want to be, let's say, too long since, like I said, I couldn't do what I want to really do, and I came on late because of what happened to Facebook. So I get it. It's what it is. Facebook. You want to play them games? Go ahead. I see. Like I said, y'all in a bubble. Y'all in a bubble, and it's gonna be what it is. But thank you, those who are chilling on YouTube, those who are chilling on Tempo FM. Thank you for listening to what it is, because it is definitely not easy, doing this and trying to, let's hopscotch the different things so you don't get yourself in trouble, but I get it. But we know how that works. But you know the song, how it goes. Right now it's the end of the night. It's basically game over. So I want to again shout outs to of course YouTube and Tempo FM. Again, I don't Facebook is the way it is. They're just being jerks about it. But again, if you want to contact us, it's Project Open Mic T3@gmail. If you're on Instagram, it's Project Open Mic. If you're on Twitter, it's Project Open Mic. Again, just sad how it is. Hopefully tomorrow you guys check out in the side chat. Oh yes, I do want to give a correction. Last week when I talked about on a side chat, I might do it in the side chat as well too, that the lady for the young man who got shot, that was not his father in that video. That was Benjamin Button, who is a piece of work. That's the best way to put it. Piece of work. So I was wrong on that. And I like the mother for what she's been stating, but you don't follow the narrative now. Like I said, you want to be in that bubble, to be the ignorant in the bubble. So like I always said, people are stupid, individuals are smart. Evil comes in all shapes, size, color, gender, sex, height, race, nationality, creed. So please, again, people are stupid, individuals smart. Be a smart individual. All right. It's your boy Take for Project Open Mic. Hope you guys have a good night. Make sure you stay safe. And Labor Day weekend is coming up, so have a great Labor Day weekend for those in the U.S. Eat some food, chill with the fam, relax, have fun. You know what? And just be safe. Okay. Y'all have a good night. Peace out.